You're doing everything right. The meditation apps, the chamomile tea, the deep breathing, yet your anxiety is getting worse, not better. What if I told you that the very things you're doing to manage your anxiety might actually be making it worse? The truth is, anxiety during the peri and postmenopausal periods can present differently and should be managed accordingly. Hi, I'm Dr. A. I'm an integrative psychiatrist with a focus on women's health. Today, I'm revealing the top 5 mistakes I see peri and postmenopausal women make when managing anxiety and what to do instead. Mistake number 1, treating all anxiety the same. Most women don't realize this, but anxiety during peri and postmenopause is fundamentally different from anxiety in your earlier years. Your hormones are changing dramatically. Estrogen, which helps regulate serotonin and GABA, your brain's calming chemicals, begins to fluctuate and eventually decline. This hormonal roller coaster can trigger new anxiety or make existing anxiety worse. Studies show that women in perimenopause are up to 3 times more likely to experience anxiety than premenopausal women. Yet most conventional treatments completely ignore this hormonal component. Think of it like this. Treating perimenopausal anxiety without addressing hormones is like trying to stop a bathtub from overflowing without turning off the faucet. You can mop up the water all day, but until you address the source, the root cause, you'll never solve the problem. Here's what's really interesting about hormonal anxiety. It often shows up differently. I'll explain exactly how to recognize these unique symptoms in just a moment. Mistake number 2. Relying only on meditation and breathing exercises. Don't get me wrong, mindfulness practices are valuable tools. But for many women in menopause, they're not enough on their own. Here's why. When anxiety is driven by physiological changes like hormonal fluctuations, blood sugar instability, or inflammation, no amount of meditation alone will fully resolve it. I had a patient named Christina who meditated faithfully for 20 minutes every morning. Yet her anxiety continued to worsen during perimenopause. She felt like a failure because these practices weren't working for her. This is not surprising because her anxiety wasn't just psychological. During this transition, other factors come into play. Estrogen fluctuations, insulin resistance, mitochondrial dysfunction, and chronic inflammation. All the meditation in the world won't fix these underlying physiological issues. The truth is that effective anxiety management during the menopause transition requires a comprehensive approach that addresses both mind and body. And the most overlooked physical factor I see in my practice will surprise you. Mistake number 3. Ignoring blood sugar fluctuations. This is a hidden anxiety trigger that almost no one talks about during menopause. When your blood sugar drops too low or spikes too high, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones can trigger anxiety symptoms that feel identical to a panic attack, sweating, dizziness, palpitations, and that feeling of impending doom. Blood sugar fluctuations can significantly exacerbate anxiety during menopause. When your blood sugar drops quickly, your body goes into stress mode, which can intensify feelings of anxiety. What's worse, many perimenopausal women unknowingly create this blood sugar roller coaster with their diets, focusing on ultra-processed breakfast, relying on caffeine to get through the morning, or eating carb-heavy meals without enough protein and healthy fats. One patient told me she thought she was developing a panic disorder because she kept having panic attacks while grocery shopping. It turns out that proper nutrition can control these symptoms without the need for medications. I've created a more detailed guide on practical strategies to manage anxiety, stress, insomnia, and brain fog. Click the link in the description to download it for free. But first, let's talk about the 4th major mistake keeping you anxious. Mistake number 4, using alcohol to manage anxiety. This might be a sensitive topic, but it's too important not to address. Many women in peri and postmenopause turn to a glass of wine or 2 to take the edge off after a stressful day. And while it might provide temporary relief, alcohol actually makes anxiety worse in the long run. Here's what happens. Alcohol initially acts as a sedative, helping you feel relaxed. But as the body metabolizes alcohol, the liver prioritizes breaking it down over releasing glucose. This can cause your blood sugar to drop, especially if you drink on an empty stomach. The drop in blood sugar, hypoglycemia, can cause you to feel dizzy, confused, and more anxious. This rebound effect is especially pronounced during the menopause transition when your body's ability to metabolize alcohol changes. What's more, alcohol disrupts your sleep architecture. It creates a problematic pattern where you get too much deep sleep too early, followed by disrupted, fragmented sleep later in the night. It also significantly reduces your REM sleep. And since poor sleep is one of the biggest anxiety triggers during menopause, you end up caught in a vicious cycle. Anxiety, alcohol, poor sleep, more anxiety. I'm not saying you can never enjoy a glass of wine again, but if you're struggling with perimenopausal anxiety, it's worth examining this relationship. The women in my practice who make this one change often report a dramatic improvement in their anxiety levels within a few weeks. Mistake number 5. Waiting too long to address nutrient deficiencies. This final mistake might be the most overlooked of all. Your brain needs specific nutrients to produce calming brain chemicals and manage stress effectively. And guess what? Many of these nutrients become depleted during perimenopause. 3 critical nutrients for anxiety management are 1. Magnesium, often called nature's relaxant. Magnesium helps regulate your stress response and supports GABA production. Unfortunately, many menopausal women are deficient. 2. B vitamins, especially B6, B9, and B12, which are essential for producing serotonin and other mood-regulating neurotransmitters. Low levels of B vitamins can contribute to psychological symptoms like anxiety, brain fog, and irritability. 3. Omega-3 fatty acids. This reduces inflammation in the brain and improves neurotransmitter function. Research shows that omega-3 supplementation can help reduce anxiety symptoms. What's particularly sad is that many women spend years trying different anxiety medications while these basic nutrients are deficient. One patient had been on 3 different anxiety medications with minimal relief. Supplementation improved her anxiety significantly within a few weeks, so much so that she was able to reduce her anxiety medication dosage. Now that you understand these common mistakes, let's talk about what actually works for managing anxiety during menopause. The most effective approach combines these 3 elements. 1. Stabilize your physiology. Balance your blood sugar by starting your day with protein. Aim for 30 grams. Additionally, ensure you consume enough healthy fat and fiber. Minimize caffeine and alcohol. Consider targeted supplementation with magnesium, B vitamins, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. 2. Support your hormones. Talk to a healthcare provider about hormone testing and whether menopause hormone therapy might be appropriate for you. HRT can help improve mental well-being by balancing hormones and reducing physical symptoms like hot flashes and night sweats that can affect your mood and sleep. Other hormones such as thyroid and cortisol also need to be considered. 3. Upgrade your stress response. Rather than just basic meditation, try evidence-based practices like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which has been shown to reduce anxiety symptoms. Regular exercise and an anti-inflammatory diet have also been proven to significantly improve anxiety symptoms. When you address all 3 of these areas, you're not just managing anxiety symptoms, you're resolving it at the root. Of course, severe cases of anxiety will require follow-up with your doctor and possible treatment with medications like SSRIs. And if you want to learn more about how hormonal changes affect your mental health during menopause, watch this video next where I break down the surprising connection between hormones, brain fog, and weight gain.